I'm so proud because it's taken an immense amount of work and it's taken a lot of perseverance, a lot of persistence to get to this moment because it's been really difficult.
Tier 3 is a hard tier to get out of. It's fine margins.
Oh
no! It genuinely is something that I've pictured and imagined. It's funny, get my hands on that trophy and walk over to the girls, and it just puts all the years of hard work and dedication and sacrifice and commitment, it just makes it all worth it.
Just look back to the start of this season then, how do you feel going into it?
A lot of pressure, a lot of expectation. I think that we're very aware that we needed to achieve this season. For me personally, having fallen short on numerous occasions previously, I certainly felt the burden that carried and the weight I just felt was so heavy on my shoulders, and it didn't affect me in a negative way. I felt motivated by it. I felt the responsibility and I felt that I was ready to tackle the challenge with this group. We felt we needed a bit of edge. We felt that we've got a group that has been brilliant to work with. They're so hard-working, they're so committed, but they're also so young and perhaps a little bit naive at times. And we felt that we'd gone to games in previous years, played really well, not got the result we wanted, and maybe felt a little bit sorry for ourselves. We needed players that had a different side to them, players that were going to make sure that in those moments that we were going to get what we deserved. And off the back of that, I felt that we had a group that could definitely get the job done this year.
I called the girls in to a meeting probably a couple of weeks into pre-season, and it was kind of like a players only meeting and no coaches were involved, and I just set out our targets for the season, our aims. I actually still have it on my phone, what I said. Do you want me to read it? I just wanted to get all of us players together right at the start of the season without the coaches here to kind of talk about our aspirations for the season ahead and what I personally think we should all be striving for over the next 10 months or so. Now for me, seeing the growth of the women's setup over the last 6 years has been crazy. We started off in Tier 4. It was very much a grassroots setup, I'd say. Tash would probably be the one to give more of an idea of how it used to be here. And over the years, we've progressed into having a successful Under-21s academy, into Tier 3 for our women's team, into more staff like a head of performance, analyst, GM, and now into a really exciting year where the club have decided to really back our push for the championship. Ever since we got promoted to Tier 3, Ipswich Town have always been contenders for promotion, finishing third in our first year, losing out on promotion due to goal difference our second year, and finishing fourth last season, which of course was a disappointing season for us. In terms of a club as a whole, I'm sure you all know about the new owners that took over the club a few years ago now, and since that takeover, our men's team have seen back-to-back promotions into the Premier League. And of course, many of us were there a few months ago on that day that the men secured that promotion. Part of me felt this sense of jealousy in the fact that they were able to have this amazing promotion day and enjoy all of their success, and we were kind of just sat there as bystanders. It wasn't our success, and I think that weekend made me even more desperate to have that day of our own. For me, this season, there is no other option but promotion, and we as players need to have such laser focus on that end goal. Every training session, every gym session, every match is just a step closer to that day in 10 months' time that we all so desperately want. There's just got to be this feeling among all of us of wanting it so badly, like a desperation, that fire in the belly, a ruthlessness, one game, one win, tick, and on to the next. The disappointment from last year is gone now, and it's just all eyes on the season ahead. So the hard work starts today. This is going to be such an exciting season for all of us. There's going to be ups and downs, some shit times, and some really fucking good times. But for me, the main thing is that absolute dedication and laser focus on that end goal of promotion. Everything we do over this season is building to that, and I truly believe this is the group that are going to achieve it.
We'd always gone to Oxford away and never won.
I think it was probably the most nervous I've ever been for any sort of game, just because being here for so long, I know how important a good start is. It sets you up so well. A loss or a draw, it means the rest of the season has to kind of be faultless, which obviously it's a lot to ask for the rest of the season to be faultless. So yeah, that Oxford game was so important.
Even looking at them in the tunnel in the changing room before the game, you know, there was a real steeliness in their eyes, a fire and a hunger that looked like a team that were going to get this done.
I remember Joe coming up to me in pre-season saying, like, we're going to have the best goalie in our league.
Matt made a massive save.
I think she impressed all of us right from the off.
We know we can score the goals and we've definitely got to keep it contained. Going into the hashtag game, I actually felt really confident.
Every single game that we played against them was competitive. It was a great watch for fans. It had it all. And yeah, you know, we've come up against them a lot. We've won, we've lost, drawn, like, they're always really, really great fixtures.
I think the rivalry with hashtag is an interesting one because they're probably the closest team to us in terms of location. They're a club that aren't as well resourced or funded as ourselves, that actually brings out a fire in them that actually makes it a bit more of a leveller, if anything. And you know, they're a really direct team, they're in your face, they're really strong, you know, physical team, and they've probably been the most difficult team that we've had to play for many years now, and a team that have just battered teams in this division. Hashtag had beaten Watford the previous week, so we knew that they were going to come to us in really high spirits. I was quite surprised actually, because it's probably the most unlike hashtag performance we've seen. I think they sat off us quite a bit. They gave us time to play, which is not something they've ever done and have not done since. And I think we took advantage of that.
Get it. Go on, let's see. Yeah!
That really started setting the tone for the rest of the season, like to get quite I wouldn't say a comfortable win, but probably the most comfortable win we've had against hashtag that early on in the season. This is really setting the tone, this is what we need. Really solid start. We got two of probably our hardest games out of the way. Oxford away was always our bogey, just always went there and just had awful days. So to get that one out of the way and have a positive result, and then to get obviously hashtag out of the way, which we knew were going to be contenders this season, and to come away with both of those with a win, I think, yeah, really set the tone.
with She's a Baller for the 4th round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup.
The FA Cup itself is always something we want to strive in and push ourselves against the bigger teams.
Still some big teams there.
Number 9.
Number 9, Manchester City.
Ooh. Who are you going to pick?
City at home.
City at home.
City at
Who
home,
is
indeed.
going to Manchester? It is number 24.
Ipswich Town or AFC Bournemouth?
Oh.
We were all just really excited for that fixture because obviously we've got the history with Man City and like the 10-0 defeat a couple of years ago, or a few years ago.
City have a player through, it's Coombs, a great chance to make it 1-0. Up against the goalkeeper, she scores. In comes her cross all the way to Bremer, who controls it, will surely score, and does. Running into the box, it's been a great strong run from him. She plays it square, ball clearance from Cooper, there's a shot from Park. There's 3-0. So, well, the best touches from Walsh, but then City get it back, clever ball into the Ipswich area. Bremer shoots and scores. Ipswich area, excellent play from City. Becky's got in behind, ball into the centre. It's 5-0. Bremer, little give and go back to Bremer, lovely football. Bremer scores a hat-trick, could easily become 7. Becky's in behind, there's a pullback. Here is Stanway, a little ball into the box, should be 8-0. And it is. Sweet finish from Park in one-on-one. Field edge of the area. The shot is into the net. That's the best goal of the afternoon. Manchester City, live on BBC Radio Southern Sports. Pull back to Stanway, who scores a fantastic goal.
They're probably one of the best women's teams, not only in our country, like in the world. To be able to get them, to play them again, it was going to be a real representation of the development that we've had, and I think we all just wanted it to go well and to showcase, the growth that we've had as a team, as individuals, as players.
We knew that the probability of us progressing the competition was pretty slim, but we wanted to make sure that we prepared well enough that it was going to be a more competitive game, and you know, if the unthinkable happened that we were pretty even with them going into the later stages and had a chance of progressing, then that would have been incredible. But we knew that was unlikely, but we wanted to make sure that it was a much more competitive game this time around.
O'Brien caught in possession. Maybe now Ipswich may be pulled out of position. It's drawn in the strike and it's found its way all the way through. Fowler has spotted the run abroad. Nice footwork to get away from Robertson. The ball in was good too, and it's off the crossbar before eventually being tapped home. And it's a familiar sight. It'll wait a long time before opening her accounts. Here's Miedema with a chance and wrapping it up surely. Welcome back, Vivianne Miedema.
We are bridging the gap. You know, we've still got a lot to do, but the progress that we've made from the first time to the second time is there to be seen. I think our players are so much more physically closer to the Man City players. I think tactically we were far better than we had been previously. And yeah, we were so much more well prepared to embrace that type of game, and yeah, really proud and pleased with the performance that the players put in.
So another benchmark for us, obviously 10-0 about 4 years ago, 3-0 now. In a couple of years we'll probably go on and win, I'm sure of that.